you and Riggs, you guys brought DMC. Well, actually, I take that back. I don't want to mistake the facts. Like,
well, it actually
1, 2.
It actually started about 8 years ago at a Hip Hop Theater Festival concert, talking to my friend Sucio, and we were just kicking it. And I was actually wearing like a full body screen print T-shirt of Amazing Spider-Man. And this guy standing next to Sucio was like walking me hard. And he was just staring at me like, wow, this T-shirt dope. And he just literally like wasn't even giving me eye contact. And he just thinking, wow, that T-shirt is dope. And I'm talking to Sucio like, what's up with these guys? They're bugging. So eventually I'm like, hey, what's up, man? My name's Edgardo. He goes, hey, oh, my bad, man. That T-shirt is dope. My name is Riggs. And that started like this geek friendship between me and Riggs, right? And Riggs is who he is in the music industry, and I got mad love and respect for that. But when it comes to us as our friendship, we never talk music. All we talk is comics, sci-fi, and whatnot. So at that time, I had already curated my first art exhibition with Marvel, and it was actually Joe Quesada's first solo art show ever. And I was playing around with the idea of doing another exhibition, and I pitched it to Riggs. So the two of us actually partnered up, and we actually curated possibly Marvel's most comprehensive collection for Marvelous Color. And the two of us put that exhibition together. And what was dope about that exhibition was not so much the art. Mad props to the artists that were there. We had over 100 artists represented, from Billy Graham to John Byrne, representing superheroes of color that Marvel put out. What was dope about it was the audience. It's who came out to the show, because Riggs was like, I'm going to tap into my contact list and bring people out. And it was the first time that hip-hop heads from the industry sat in a gallery space, in a room in general, with comic industry heads. And you had people like Pete Rock show up with a stack of comic books because he wanted to get them autographed. You had Axel Alonso from Marvel, editor-in-chief, geeking out, putting out phone links for his iPhone, coming up to me and said, yo, I got Mecca and Soul Brother right on my phone right here. It was like this amazing kind of like union of these two worlds that fanned out on each other. You know, like when comic book heads got off work, some of them would talk about hip hop. And when people in the music industry got off work, they talked about comics. It was like the first time that these like universes kind of like collided. You know, so then Riggs and I kind of like always bouncing on this idea. He moved on, leaving Shady Records, moves up to like Atlantic, invites me over. So me and my son, we show up to his new office, and we're hanging out, and I'm hungry because it's time for lunch. So he's like procrastinating together, always calling me, yo, we gotta go down to the boardroom. And I'm like, we gotta go to another meeting? This is crazy. Take me down to this boardroom with like 13, 14-foot high cherry wood, fancy ass conference room doors. Puts his hand on the doorknob. And he looks back at me, man, slow. He said, whatever you do, go in there, put your game face on. So fan out, and do anything, just be professional. He opens the door, and there was DMC right there. Wow. And what culminated after that was a 3-hour conversation about our love for comics, kind of like heartbreaks over comics, everything, all these different things, right? And what culminated out of that was one question that I asked Darryl, and I said, if you were going to start your own publishing company, what would you call it?
DMC. Darryl makes sense.
If we're going to start, if you're going to make a comic book, if you want somebody to make a comic book, don't wait for somebody to make a comic book. It's like what Gandhi said. If you want to see change in the world, be the change yourself. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, we need to make this comic book. So I said, if you work with me or not, it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with Riggs. Just think about this, talk this over with your partner, Eric, and when you're ready, come back to me. A couple of months later, they were shooting a commercial for Adidas that A-Track had produced the beat for, and we're talking, and you know, we're kind of like, again, we just fan out. We start talking about everything from White Tiger.
We were talking about White Tiger. When you said that word, it was, yo, I had one!
We just started to get an artwork.
The video director was like, timing. I said, yo, I don't care, we got another 3 hours, y'all want to
Right. And then,
you tell me, you ask my mom, she'll tell you that. So, you're my favorite forever.
I've gone through, like, my main duties are for different reasons. Like, you know, and it's very generic. So you got Spider-Man. Spider-Man, for me, is reality.
Wait, you gotta pick one though.
No, I'm gonna go. So, no, I'm gonna pick one. You pick one. That's not where we're going. So, like, growing up has always been Spider-Man, Hulk, Batman, Superman. Those are my four, right? But then, as I was really thinking about it, Captain Marvel / Shazam is my one. And the reason why I consider him my one, because I personally feel that he's the perfect superhero. He's a boy, who imagines or who wants to be more than what he is. With a magic word, he's the world's mightiest mortal. Dude has a super talking tiger. He has a crew. He has a crew of dudes that's just dope as him. His twin sister is, it's like kids playing make-believe, becoming something that all kids do. And then he has Teth Adam, who you don't know if he's bad, you don't know if he's good, who can probably beat the shit out of every superhero in the DC lineup. And it's like you have all this stuff going on in that. So I gotta give it to Captain Marvel.
It's definitely the Hulk. Cause and it's a funny reason. My whole life, like, even with Ren and Jay, they would always, "Hey, you the next guy, go over there and tell the person he can't come in." Like, he always just, like, my thing sells out. Like, the reason why it's the Hulk, I just identify with it because it was misunderstood. But I love the Hulk for this reason. I'm a real, that's Rage, that's my wife, that's my boys, my kids. I'm a really, like, sometimes I'm too soft, but you don't want to get me mad. Crash through walls, come through floors, but my whole delivery, my whole presentation, my whole rhyme style was from comic books. Because I was a Catholic school kid, shy kid, that it was your school, comic books. I didn't want none of this rah-rah. You know, I tell kids now, y'all got 2 games, Crips and Bloods. We had 50 of them, Black Skulls, Savage Skulls, this and that. Get your money taken, get your precious deeds taken. Life was crazy. So comic books gave me confidence, they educated me, and they also taught me how to deal with the world. But I was just good because I wrote good rhymes in my deliveries and flows and my emphasis. You know, Amazing Spider-Man, Incredible Hulk.